Alright guys, so today we're going to show you how to burp a fish, the proper way to burp a fish. First off, I make this little burp stick, which I will show you guys how to make it here later on in this video. But what you want to do is wet it. Put it down, put a little water in it. You don't want to do it dry because it'll hurt the fish. And then you just kind of take it in, and as you go down, you kind of just want to twist it down until you feel it enter the fish. You'll feel it enter its belly, and you'll hear the burping sound, or you'll hear air decompress from the fish. So once you know he's done that, and you can feel his belly and it's nice and soft, he's been properly burped. If his belly is still hard, try to do it again, because there's still air in there, and that air will not let the fish swim down to the bottom. So he's good to go, so we're going to release him. Alright guys, today we're going to show you how to properly make a burp stick. So what I do, you can go to, we have Ace Hardware around here, where I got these at. Lowe's also has them. I just buy a piece of PVC, and they usually come in these little 2-foot sections. And I'll just buy that instead of buy a 10-foot piece, especially for this. This one's a 3/4. Also have a 1/2 inch over here. A 1/2 inch is usually what I use in the boat, but I just got a 3/4 just to help, visualize a little better with the video. You could use a 3/4 if you had some bigger fish, but it's a little big in my eyes, so the 1/2 inch works good. But for this, you just need PVC. Get your drill. It's a drill bit. The size I'm using today, it's a 3/16 drill bit. You can make them smaller, bigger. You just don't want to make them too big where it might end up breaking the PVC. And then just some sandpaper. So what we'll do first is we'll kind of grab your drill, and at the bottom section, basically the part that's going to go down the fish's belly, we'll start drilling some holes. Just kind of work your way around, and work your way through the whole thing, drilling. So with that, just keep drilling some holes. You just don't want to drill them too, once again, too close together or too many that it's possibly going to break. But with that, once you've got some holes drilled, you want to grab your sandpaper and just want to make sure you smooth it out. Why am I smoothing it out? So it doesn't hurt the fish's belly. You don't tear anything in there by having some rough edges. Also, you want to smooth right here where it's been cut. So you want to take your sandpaper, go around it, smooth it out. You do not want any real sharp edges. And so once you can take your hand across it, make sure you don't have any burrs or anything like that, you're good to go. So here is one that I finished up. This is one I will put in the boat. This is 1/2 inch. As you can see, I drilled holes a little bit farther up, like that, so that way, mainly you're drilling holes is, if you didn't drill any holes, let's say you're going this end, and you go into the fish, if the guy release air, it's now going to have to come all the way up this tube and out to release the air. So if you drill the holes, when you go in, the air is going to come out these holes, and it's not going to have to try to shoot its way all the way up the top. That's just easier. It helps burp the fish better. Why are we burping these fish when it's coming out of 30, 40, 50, 60 foot of water? There's such a pressure change bringing it up, especially if the fish comes straight to the surface. As you see, I'm sure everybody's caught a bigger fish. You'll see these air bubbles come behind the boat as you're fighting the fish up. That's the air coming out of the fish. And sometimes it doesn't have a chance to release that, so we got to help them. So for all the guys who have, released the fish, next he's floating on top of the surface and can't swim down. That's why he has air in the bladder. And the main thing we want to do is put these fish back healthy. If you're not taking them home to clean them or eat them, I know some guys like to eat the smaller fish, but if you don't burp them and you try to release them, you're going to have to go chasing after them, or they're eventually going to die because they can't get down. That air just will not let them go down. But it's just a quick, easy way to do a burp stick. The main thing, just drill your holes in it and sand everything down. These are like, I don't know what these are, $1.50, at Ace or Lowe's or something like that. So this is a good tool to have in the boat. just for this. You know, me being an ex-tournament director, I don't know how many fish I've seen come to the scales, get released, and then float. And then we'd have to go use the burp stick, burp them, and then swim away. So fish care is number one in my eyes. You know, the bigger fish, more than likely, you don't have to burp them because they're so harder to fight and get up to the surface. They usually do it themselves. But let's help save the little guys. So if you have any questions or anything else you'd like to know, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them best I can. Thanks, guys.